Hey. Hi my loves, and welcome back to Blissful Joy. If you're new here, my name is Charlie. Welcome. I hope you stick around and join my little spiritual community. My purpose is to accelerate your conscious expansion, and on this channel we like to talk about all things the law of attraction, consciousness, and so much more. Today I'm going to be doing a book review on Holly Bourne's The Places I've Cried in Public. I was going to put this on my other channel that is booktube related, but this book has aided me in my healing journey recently. Now, I was always scared to pick up this book because I knew that the content within it would trigger something within me and force me to feel things that I just didn't want to feel. And now that I'm doing this healing journey and I know that it's completely safe for me to... The Places I've Cried in Public is all about a girl called Amelie and her toxic relationship with a guy called Reese. Now this story is based around the YA contemporary genre, so it is about teenagers in love and how they think they're in love and that this is what love is, but it's really not. I'm going to read you the back of the book. It looked like love, it felt like love, but this isn't a love story. Amelie fell hard for Reese, and she thought he loved her too, but she's starting to realise that real love isn't supposed to hurt like this. So now she's retracing their story, revisiting all the places he made her cry, because if she works out what went wrong, perhaps she can finally learn to get over him. This is a very hard-hitting coming-of-age story all about teenagers in toxic relationships. It talks a lot about manipulation and just everything that a toxic relationship could be. When I was reading this book, it felt like I was the one who wrote it. It felt like it was my story, which was what I was scared of. Honestly, this is what I was afraid of. This is the whole reason why I never picked up this book, because I knew that I would relate so hard to it that it would feel like this is my story. And it did feel that way. The whole book felt that way. I related to Amelie on such a deep, profound level that I really didn't want to relate to her on. But I did, and I dealt with my emotions as I read this book. A lot come up for me. I mean, this was the whole reason I picked up the book anyway, to self-trigger myself to heal this part of my life. I'm going to read you guys a passage. It isn't love, Amelie. What is love, I wonder? I step out onto the warm day and look at the leaves fanning out from the tree branches. I'm alone as usual. Is love never having to say you're sorry? Is it grand, romantic gestures? Is it fireworks and can't get you out of my head and I've never felt this way before? Is it constantly checking your phone and feeling sick when you've not heard from them, but then pure euphoria when you have? Is it hiding the bits of yourself they don't like, but it's okay as long as they're really good looking? Is it butterflies, but not like always nice ones, but nervous ones every time you see them? Not just because you're excited, but also because you're scared you'll get it wrong? Is it knowing you can't live without them, that you need them so much and so utterly that you're willing to give up everything else just in exchange for how it feels on those rare good days? Love hurts. That's what they always say, isn't it? Is it real if it's not hurting? Can you trust it's love if it doesn't punch you in the face? I start walking towards town, reading and rereading your message. I picture our reunion and how amazing it will feel to fall back into your arms. I can see the evening spread out in front of me. You tell me everything that was wrong with Eden, and I'll be able to release all insecurity and jealousy. You'll promise to make it up to me, and I trust that initially you really will. I will be adored and nothing will be too much. I can picture the presents and the dates and the groveling apologies. You'll probably write me a song even. Tonight we can go to yours and have sex. I know it won't be like Sheffield. It will be loving and tender and amazing, like it was in the start. If you rub out all the bad stuff, all the stuff that has almost destroyed me, and focused on what you and me could be like in the upcoming weeks, man, could we make the world jealous. We burn and we soar and we make each other feel alive, and so many pathetic people will never get a taste of what love can be and what life can be, like if you have a love like ours. That's not love, Amelie. A mother bashes into me with her double buggy and doesn't apologise. I shake my head, trying to rouse myself from the daze. I know where you'll be waiting for me. You'll be on the sofas. You always manage to get the best table anywhere. I know the moment I walk in, you'll scoop me up and kiss me in front of everyone. You'll whisper you knew I'd come and you were so sorry. Everyone will look on in jealousy. Word will get around college. You've always loved the stage. That's not love, Amelie. Can I walk away from all of that? Isn't it madness to walk away from all of that? Who would sacrifice the chance at that kind of love? Even though my gut is saying something, and the something my gut is saying is it won't last. I know it won't. You will not be able to sustain it. I will mess up again somehow. Someone shiny and new will come along, because I'm never shiny enough for long enough. Yet despite this, I'm walking towards Bojangles. I'm walking towards you. What is love? Maybe it's something else. Maybe it's not what we've been told it is. Maybe it's boring words like security, safety and warmth and growth. They are not boring words. That's what love's meant to be, girl. Maybe it's the comfort of knowing someone really well and them knowing you back. Maybe it's kisses where you sometimes bump noses but you can laugh it off. Maybe it's never getting butterflies because you always know where you stand. Maybe it's not passion, but caution. Shouldn't you be cautious if you're going to go through the emotional stripping necessary to give your heart to another, to let them hold it beaten in the palms of their hands, both of you knowing that they can close their fingers at any time and squash it to mush? Shouldn't you feel safe with that person rather than delirious with passion or insecurity or trauma bond? Maybe love, real love, is mellow, a slow cooking stew, only just simmering on the hob, but if you leave it long enough, the flavour deepens and deepens. Maybe it's your favourite song being played on a really low volume, but it doesn't matter because you know the words and the melody so well you can sing it in your head. I've had one love and I've had another type of love. I've experienced both, and one made me feel warm and safe, and the other has led me to therapy and isolation. Yeah, Reese, I don't care. I'm coming for you. I'm sorry I doubted us, baby. I pick it up in a run. What if you're not there? What if you've changed your mind? The nerves start, the butterflies flap their wings and start a storm across the sea. I can't walk away from us. The thought makes me burst into tears. I can't walk away from you. I'm sorry I even thought about it. I love you, Reese. I love you, I love you, I love you. I'm coming for you, for us. I'm on my way, I'm running. I love you, Amelie? I'm being grabbed and stopped. Someone's taken my arm and jolted me to a halt. I whiplash backwards and look up to see who's dared stop me from my sprint back towards you. I'm just going to skip over this bit. So basically, her friend that she hadn't had contact with for a while because of this person shows up and stops her from making the mistake of running back to him. And then we have the, I don't want to lose you, Reese. I don't want to walk away from us, but I can't pretend none of it happened. That none of the bad stuff and the awful stuff and the truly horrifying stuff didn't happen. That's not love, Amelie. And I let go of you. I sigh and release the toxic idea of us into the bright blue sky. That was my favourite part of the book. That was the part that made me cry. where she was going back and forth on the idea of what love is after this experience with this guy who really broke her. And then she decided to let him go because she realized that that's not what love is. I've personally experienced this type of relationship. This guy in this book literally did nice stuff for her with the intention of being the center of attention. He took away her spotlight when she was performing on stage. And he did many other horrible things. And this included rape. Now, you guys have seen my spiritual awakening stories, so you can imagine how this story really affected me. This story isn't just non-fiction. Amelie is a real person. She is someone that lives within many of us women and men, which is a reason why I wanted to cover this book. I wanted to document some parts of my healing journey, as well as giving a review on a book that I think is amazing in its own way. The way it shows toxic relationships, manipulation, and all those things that come with that is profound. It's beautiful in its own way, not the bad stuff, but the way this book is written, the way that you feel like... See, I'm getting a bit emotional because I need to still deal with some feelings, but if you're someone like me that's on their healing journey and you want to know that you're not alone when it comes to this kind of thing, definitely read this book. But yeah. So I'm sending you guys all my love and healing vibes. I love you all so much. Thank you for all the support you've given me over the past few weeks. Happy healing, and I will see you in the next one.